time, he was standing at the door of his box with a flag in his hand, furled round its short pole. One would have thought he could not have doubted from what quarter the voice came, but instead of looking up to where I stood on the top of the steep cutting over the railway line, he turned himself about and looked down the line. There was something remarkable about the man, the way he stood, something strange, perhaps uncanny. But certainly I would have termed such a thought mere imagination then. I know now what was remarkable about that man, and even though years have passed, I still see his figure, foreshortened and shadowed down in the deep trench. My figure high above him, so steeped in the glow of an angry sunset that I shaded my eyes with my hand before I saw him at all.
Hello, below! Is there any path by which I may come down and speak with you?
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Now, ladies, we're speaking about Biotex in this series of programs, and Mrs. E.B. Granger of Gordon Road, Heathfield in the Cape wrote to say that she decided to try our Biotex just to see if it lived up to our claims. And she said, I bought a packet, and lo and behold, it actually did just what the advert said. I'm so proud of the children's white shirts, the hankies, and the underwear that I want to say it will be Biotex for me every washing day from now on. Some of my family's accessories were left with slight stains, but now, thanks to Biotex soaking, they come out white, and the stains do go away, as you say. Now, that is the statement from Mrs. Granger of Heathfield of the Cape, and it bears out what we have been saying to you, ladies, ever since Biotex first came on the market. We said to you, it is different to any washing product that you've ever used before. We claim that the stubborn stains will vanish, and people like Mrs. Granger bear out our claims. Remember, Biotex.
Solitary and dismal place as ever I saw. There was an earthy, deadly smell, and little sunlight penetrated down to the line and signal box. The gloomy entrance of the black tunnel yawned. I stopped a few feet in front of the man, and suddenly he stepped back and raised his right hand. There was something in the man that daunted me. This is a lonesome post to occupy. A visitor, I should think, must be a rarity, yes? I looked down from up yonder and felt a need to come down. Signal boxes have always riveted my attention. He directed a most curious look towards the red light near the tunnel's mouth. The light is in your charge, is it not? Don't you know it is? A monstrous thought came into my mind. This was a spirit, not a man. I stepped back, but then I detected in his eyes some latent fear of me. You look at me as if you had a dread of me. I was doubtful whether I'd seen you before. Where? There. By the light. There? My good fellow, what should I do there? Well, however, be that as it may, I never was there. You may be sure of that. I've always had a fascination for railways and their workings. If it would not disturb you, may I prevail upon you to show me over your box? Of course, then.
Come this way, sir, come this way.
Thank you.
Come this way, sir, please. Manual labor I had next to none. I have to trim those lights, turn that iron handle now and then. Many long, dreary hours I have to spend here, so I occupy my time working at fractions and equations, problems, you know.
Is it necessary for you always to remain in this damp air down here? Even in this signal box with a fire aglow, it is somehow oppressive. Can you never rise into the sunshine?
Well, that depends upon times and circumstances.
I see.
Under some conditions, there will be less upon the line than under others. In bright weather, I go up for a change. Certain hours of the day and night, I'm freer than others. But at all times, I'm liable to be called by my electric bell.
Forgive me, but you appear better educated than your station in life calls for. I mean no offense.
When I was younger, I was a student of natural philosophy. I attended lectures, but it all came to nothing. I ran wild and was sent down. I've never risen again. But I've made my bed, sir, and now I must lie on it. It is too late to make another.
Acceptance of things for what they are. There is something to that. You almost make me believe that I have met a contented man.
I used to be. But I'm troubled, sir. I'm troubled.
Oh? With what? What is your trouble?
It is very difficult to impart. Very, very difficult to speak of. If you ever make another visit, I will try to tell you.
But I expressly intend to make you another visit. Say, when shall it be?
I go off early in the morning, and I shall be on guard at 10 tomorrow night.
I'll come at 11.
I'll show you my white light. That is, till you've found the way. When you have found it, don't call out. And when you're at the top, don't call out.
Very well.
Let me ask you a parting question. What made you cry, hello, below there, tonight?
Heaven knows. I cried something to that effect.
No, not to that effect, sir. Those were the very words. I know them well.
Well, I spoke thus because I saw you below and wished to attract your attention.
For no other reason.
What other reason could I possibly have?
You had no feeling that they were conveyed to you in any supernatural way? No. Oh, good night, sir. Oh, may I inquire your name? Mine is William Bendy.
Mine is Charles Dickens.
There was something singularly peculiar about the man. Of this I was sure. And I could hardly wait the time before I could speak with him again. That he was well educated, there was no doubt. That he feared something or someone very greatly, there was no doubt either. There was something tortured about him. While we talked that first night, he was several times interrupted by the little bell and had to read off messages and send replies. Once he had to stand and display a flag as a train passed. Once or twice while he was speaking, he turned and watched the bell, and his face drained of all color when it did not ring. I was punctual to my appointment the next night.
Good night, sir. My hand.
Good night to you, sir. And here's mine.
I have made up my mind, sir, that you shall not have to ask me twice what troubles me. Oh, please be seated.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I took you for someone else yesterday night. That troubles me.
That mistake?
No. That's someone else.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Like me?
I don't know. I never saw the face. The left arm is across the face, and the left arm is waved, violently waved. This way. For pity's sake, clear the way. One moonlight night, I was sitting here when I heard a voice cry, "Hello, below there. Look out." I started up, looked from that door, and saw this someone else standing by the red light near the tunnel, waving as I just showed you. The voice seemed hoarse with shouting, and he cried, "Look out! Look out!" And then again, "Hello, below there! Look out!" I caught up my lamp, turned it on red, and ran towards the figure. "Hello! Below there! Look out! Look out! What's wrong? What's happened? What? Hello! Below there! Look out!" The figure just stood in the blackness outside the tunnel. I advanced so close upon it that I wondered at it keeping the sleeve before the eyes. I ran up to it and had my hand stretched out to pull the sleeve away when it was gone.
Into the tunnel?
No. I ran into the tunnel 500 yards. I stopped and held my lamp above my head and saw the figures of the measured distance and saw the wet stains stealing down the walls and trickling through the arch. I ran out again, faster than I had run in, for I had a mortal abhorrence of the place upon me, and I looked all around the red light with my own red light, and I went up the iron ladder atop of it, and then I came down again and ran back here. I telegraphed both ways. "An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong? An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
All well. All well.
"An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
All well. All well.
"An alarm has been given. Is anything wrong?"
This figure must have been a deception of your senses, a deception of your sense of sight. Figures such as you describe sometimes originate in the delicate nerves that minister to the functions of the eye. As to the imaginary voice, well, the wind, dear sir, the wind which sometimes sounds, well, in this unnatural valley, think...
That is all very well. I know about the wind and telegraph wires. I pass many long nights here, alone and watching, but I beg to remark, sir, that I have not finished my story.
I ask your pardon.
Within 6 hours after the appearance, a memorable accident on this line happened, and within 10 hours, the dead and wounded were brought along through the tunnel over the spot where the figure had stood.
Now, an effective spray-on furniture polish that gives a wax shine instantly. Johnson's Pledge. Just spray on, and your duster becomes a magnet. Picks up every speck of dust in seconds. Pledge dusts, cleans, deep waxes quickly, easily. And new, deeper wax formula Pledge will protect your furniture longer. Buy Johnson's Pledge Aerosol today.
That's all you have to do. Just for an hour or two you find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex soap stubborn stains away.
Clean, everything soon will be clean, for all the world to see. Soak, stains away easily when you use new Biotex.
Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
Within 10 hours, The dead and wounded were brought along through the tunnel over the spot where the figure had stood. This was just a year ago. 6 or 7 months passed, and I had recovered from the surprising shock when, one morning, as day was breaking, I, standing at that door, looked towards the red light and saw the spectre again.
Did it cry out?
No, it was silent.
Did it wave its arm?
No. It leaned against the shaft of the light with both hands before the face like this. Like an action of mourning I've seen in stone figures on tombs.
Did you go up to it?
I came in and sat down, partly to collect my thoughts, partly because it had turned me faint. When I went to the door again, daylight was all around me, and the ghost had gone.
Ghost?
That very day, as the train came out of the tunnel, I noticed at a carriage window on my side a confusion of hands and heads. I saw it just in time to signal the driver, stop. He shut off and put his brakes on, but the train drifted past here 150 yards or so. A beautiful young lady had died instantly in one of the compartments, and she was brought in here to the box and laid there on the floor between us. True, sir. True. Precisely as it happened. So I tell it you. Now, sir, mark this and judge how my mind is troubled. The spectre came back a week ago. Ever since, it has been there now and again by fits and starts.
At the light?
At the danger light.
What does it seem to do?
Like this.
For pity's sake, clear the way.
For pity's sake, clear the way. For pity's sake, clear the way.
I have no peace or rest from it. It calls to me.
Below there! Look out! Below there! Look out! For pity's sake, clear the way.
It calls for many minutes together. In an agonized way. It rings my little bell.
I remember. Did it ring your bell yesterday evening when I was here and you went to the door?
Twice.
Why, see how your imagination misleads you. My eyes were on the bell, and my ears were open to the bell. And if I'm a living man, it did not ring at those times. No, nor at any other time, except in the course of natural physical things when it was rung by the station communicating to you.
I have never made a mistake as to that yet, sir. I have never confused the spectre's ring with a man's. The ghost's ring is a strange vibration in the bell that it derives from nothing else. And I have not asserted that the bell stirs to the eye. I don't wonder that you failed to hear it, but I heard it.
And did the spectre seem to be there when you looked out?
It was there.
Both times?
Both times. Will you come to the door and look with me now?
Oh? I saw the danger light and the dismal mouth of the tunnel. The high, wet stone walls of the cutting. There were stars in the sky. Do you see it?
No. It is not there.
Agreed.
By this time, sir, you will fully understand that what troubles me greatly is what does the spectre mean?
I do not know.
What is its warning against? What is the danger? Where is the danger? There is danger overhanging somewhere on the line. Some dreadful calamity will happen. It is not to be doubted this third time after what has gone before, but surely this is a cruel haunting of me. What can I do?
At this, the poor man pulled out his handkerchief and wiped the drops from his heated forehead. I could think of nothing to say, nothing to put courage into him.
If I telegraph danger on either side of me or on both, I can give no reason for it. I should get into trouble and do no good. They would think I was mad. Can you imagine? This is the way it would work. Danger! Take care!
What's danger? Where?
I don't know, but for pity's sake, take care. They would say I'd gone mad and they would displace me. What else could they do?
His pain of mind was most pitiable to see. It was the mental torture of a conscientious man oppressed beyond endurance by a responsibility involving life.
When it first stood under the danger light, why not tell me how it might be averted? Why not tell me where the accident was to happen, if it had to happen? When, on the second coming, it hit his head, why not tell me instead she's going to die? Tell them to keep her at home. If it came on those two occasions only to show me that its warnings were true, and so to prepare me for the third, why not warn me plainly now? And I, a poor signalman, on this solitary station, why not go to somebody with credit to be believed and power to act?
Bendy, William, you cannot blame yourself for anything. You must not become so agitated. Whoever so thoroughly discharges his duty as you do must do well. It must needs be comfort to you to know full well that you understand your duty perfectly. The fact remains, I know that you do not understand these confounded appearances, but you must not take on so. I will not insult you by trying to reason you out of your belief.
Thank you, sir.
I left him at 2 o'clock that morning. I'd offered to stay the night, but he would not hear of it. As I climbed the path up, I looked down to the red light. I did not like it. I knew full well I should not sleep sound if my bed were under it. Nor did I like the two sequences of the accident and the dead girl. I wondered how I ought to act. I knew the man to be painstaking, vigilant, and although in an inferior position, he held a most important trust. How long, with his mind as it was, would he remain to execute this trust with precision, I wondered. I resolved to accompany him to the wisest medical man in those parts and to take his opinion. Something told me that it would be most treacherous to communicate all that the signalman had told me to his superiors. It might well cost him his living. A change in his time of duty would come round next night, he had informed me. He would be off an hour or two after sunrise and on again soon after sunset. I had appointed to return accordingly. And I walked out early to enjoy it. The sun was not yet quite down when I traversed the field path near the top of the deep cutting. I would extend my walk for an hour, I said to myself, half an hour on and half an hour back, and it would then be time to go to my signalman's box. Before pursuing my stroll, I stepped to the brink and mechanically looked down from the point from which I had first seen him. I cannot describe the thrill that seized upon me when, close at the mouth of the tunnel, I saw the appearance of a man with his left sleeve across his eyes, passionately waving his right arm. The nameless horror that oppressed me quickly passed when, close at the mouth of the tunnel, I saw that this appearance of a man was a man. There was a little group of men standing further away, and this first one seemed to be rehearsing the gesture he made, the gesture the signalman had described so vividly. The danger light was not yet lighted. Against its shaft, a little low hut, entirely new to me, had been made of some wooden supports and tarpaulin. It looked no bigger than a bed. I descended the path with all the speed I could muster.
Hello! Hello! What is the matter? What has happened?
Signalman, killed this morning, sir.
Not the man belonging to that box.
Yes, sir.
Not the man I knew.
You will recognize him, sir, if you knew him.
He raised the tarpaulin covering from the small structure I had observed from above.
His face is quite composed.
How did this happen?
He was cut down by an engine, sir. No man in England knew his work better, but somehow he was not clear of the outer rail. It was just at broad day. He'd struck the light and had the lamp in his hand, and as the engine came out of the tunnel, his back was towards her. She cut him down. That man drove her and was showing how it happened. Show the gentleman, Tom.
Well, coming round the curve in the tunnel, sir, I saw him at the end, like as if I saw him down a perspective glass. Well, there was no time to check speed, and I knew him to be very careful. But as he didn't seem to take heed of the whistle, I shut it off. And as we were running down upon him, I called to him as loud as I could call.
What did you say?
Say, sir? Why, I said, below there. Look out. For pity's sake, clear the way. I never left off calling to him, sir. I put my arm before my eyes so as not to see, and I waved this arm right to the last. But it was no use.
Let's play some music. I feel like dancing.
But I thought you had a splitting headache.
Well, that was 5 minutes ago. I've taken Grandpa Headache Powder since.
Grandpa Headache Powders kill pain, soothe strained nerves, and lift depression. Grandpa Headache Powders are extra effective because they have a triple action. Grandpa Headache Powders work extra fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Get fast, effective relief from any pain, all pain. Get Grandpa Headache Powders.
Grandpa.
Soak, soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
With amazing new Biotex, the stubbornest stains will vanish. Yes, vanish clean away. Just by soaking your laundry overnight in cold water, or for an hour or two in warm water, or by pre-washing it quickly in your washing machine. Get amazing new Biotex today.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
9:30.
There are certain people, often well enough liked, genial souls whom one is always glad to meet, yet who have the faculty of disappearing without being missed. Crutchley was one of them. It wasn't until his name was mentioned casually that evening at the Stour gates But most of us remembered we hadn't seen him for the last year or two.
Yes, I remember. I was talking to old Crutchley at the time.
Oh, he's awfully sweet. I always liked him. Wasn't it queer? He seems to have dropped completely out of things.
For the last year or two, he's been living very quietly with his people in Norfolk.
Really?
I heard from him only the other day, as a matter of fact.
Well, never.
I wonder why he's chosen to efface himself. He was rather a lamb in his way. I used to adore that shiny black hair of his, which always made me think of patent leather.
It's as white as the ceiling now.
Pardon?
I said it's as white as the ceiling now.
Oh, no. We're speaking of Simon Crutchley.
Simon Crutchley. I mean Simon Crutchley.
But that lovely, sleek hair. What happened? Did he have a nervous breakdown?
Something like that.
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
In this series of programs, ladies, it's our intention to talk to you about Biotex and promote it to you for the laundry. Now, we've made claims that Biotex will get rid of the stubbornest stains just by soaking. I dare say, like others, you feel a bit skeptical about these claims, and so we've been collecting letters from ladies who use Biotex, just to quote to you from time to time in order to authenticate our advertisement. And Mrs. O'Duff of Beachford, Sea Point in the Cape, wrote and said that Biotex is a very welcome product for the household. Biotex has a unique quality that it does what it claims to do. Mrs. Dove finished by saying, I have proved your claims about Biotex and am delighted with the results. And then Mrs. Rita Stewart of Hans Stradham Avenue, Littleton, Transvaal, said, we have tried your Biotex for all our children's clothes and also white underclothing, and we're absolutely amazed at the change in their appearance. And I can assure you, said Mrs. Stewart, that I will be a regular user of Biotex. So, buy Biotex for yourself and your laundry.
Darn cold, isn't it?
Good of you, Handy. Share your cab like this.
Our ways lie in the same direction. There was a method in my madness, Price, old man. I wanted to ask you about Crutchley.
Oh.
I smell a story.
Yes. It's a queer and rather terrible story. There's even one bit that he couldn't or wouldn't tell. So no one but he knows what the sight was that sent him off his head for 6 months and turned his hair as white as snow. The night's young yet. Come to my place and have a drink. I'll tell you all I know. Driver. Anyway, he was greatly interested in Joan of Arc, you see, and decided to go over to France to work, as it were, on the spot. I don't know if you like Rouen. Crutchley was delighted with it. He found a hotel practically undiscovered by the English and the Americans. L'Hôtel d'Avignon. It stands halfway down one of those old-world streets near the Gare de la Rue Jeanne d'Arc. Crutchley liked it immediately and decided to stay. It was out of season. There were plenty of rooms. To the hotel were many ate, but few slept. Crutchley then had a choice of rooms on the first floor.
Monsieur?
Well, it seems. There's a little garden out here.
Oui, monsieur. The hotel is very old. It is built onto the side of the hill. The garden...
And the garden's a story about a street. Oh, I care for this. It won't get much sun, will it, sir? Well, that's a plane tree, isn't it?
Monsieur?
Yes, I think it is. Very quiet. Reminds me of some of the little squares in User Court.
Oui, monsieur.
Yes, please. I should like this room.
Please arrange for my luggage to be sent up. I'm a writer, you see, and garden appeals to me as a place to work.
It never occurred to our friend that a square, enclosed on all sides by brick and almost completely starved of sunlight, would be something of an unhealthy place. He was quite fascinated. The very next day he took pen and writing materials, and sitting on one of the decrepit paint-peeling seats, he started on his study of the Maid of Orleans. To begin with, his writing wasn't successful. I think Crutchley mistook the almost unnatural silence for peace. Instead, the lack of noise bred in him an indefinable restlessness. It was almost a relief to break off from his labours and go out into the little town. Crutchley had 5 days at the hotel, 5 fruitless days as far as work went, when something strange happened. It was his habit to undress in the dark because his window was overlooked by dozens of others. One night he was smoking and stepping into his pyjama trousers when he wandered over the window and looked out.
Plane tree might be carved out of jade. Nothing stirring at all.
He looked down to the old green seat where he'd tried to work only that morning. With a faint, unreasonable thrill and a slight tingling of the nostrils, he realized that someone was sitting there.
It's a woman.
Yes, a woman. She sat with her head turned away. One arm was thrown along the sloping back of the seat. He said that her attitude was one of extreme dejection, of abject and complete despair.
Woman? This time of night? Can't see. I could never see her face. Not even one of the windows on the western side. Scarf she's wearing hides completely. You can never know the thoughts of others. So many people in this world, in every country. Crutchley, you're a romantic. Probably one of the chambermaids had a tiff with the head waiter. No, she doesn't look.
And then he went to bed, but made no effort to sleep. Instead, he lay there, his mind full of the woman and her attitude upon the old leaning seat. He had a definite and urgent temptation to go out and look at her, to use force, if necessary, in turning her face, so that he might look into her eyes. Finally, he could bear it no longer.
She's gone. Yes, well, you didn't expect her to sit there all night, did you, Crutchley? Come in.
Good morning, monsieur.
Good morning.
You sleep well, monsieur?
I got so. Well, I tell you what, I've been meaning to ask you for the last week. Can I have a harder pillow?
Monsieur?
Pillow. Harder. I'm sorry, my French is about as good as my Lithuanian, and I don't speak that at all. A pillow. This thing here. Harder.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, one more thing. Who's the lady who sits out there in the garden late at night? I mean, I say sits. Well, she was there last night anyway. Somehow, though, I did have the feeling that she might go there often. Who is she? A sort of sad-looking woman.
The chambermaid turned towards the window. Our friend saw a rapid movement of her right hand. It was done very quickly. Just the touch of her forefinger on her brow and a rapid fumbling of fingers at her breast. But he knew she had made the sign of the cross.
There is no lady staying in the house, monsieur. Monsieur has been mistaken. Will monsieur take coffee or the English tea?
Darling, let's go out and paint the town red.
But what about your headache?
Oh, that's gone. Grandpa headache powders did the trick.
Grandpa headache powders kill pain, soothe strained nerves, and lift depression. Grandpa headache powders are extra effective because they have a triple action. Grandpa headache powders work extra fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Get fast, effective relief from any pain, all pain. Get Grandpa headache powders.
Ah, Grandpa.
Soak, soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, soak, just for an hour or two you'll find it's look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex acts with a biological action to soak out the stubbornest stains and loosen dirt. New Biotex is great for all textiles and synthetics, whites and colors. It contains no bleach. Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
The wine list, monsieur.
Oh, thank you, Pierre. Thanks.
Are you quite comfortable in your room, sir?
Oh, quite thank you.
There is a very pleasant room in the front, sir. It's quite so big, and then there is the sun. Perhaps you like it better, sir, huh?
The white wine there, please. How do you pronounce it, Pierre?
Le Cromertin, monsieur. Oh, good choice. Very good. The room, sir. In the front?
No, thanks. No, thanks. I shouldn't get a wink of sleep. You see, none of your motor traffic seems to be equipped with silencers. With trams, motor horns, and market cars bumping about all over the place across those cobbles, I should never get any peace.
Very good, monsieur.
I believe I'm on the trail of something queer here. The chambermaid's been talking to him, obviously. I wonder what's wrong. What they think is wrong.
Crutchley forgot about it for a little while and tucked into the very excellent food they served at L'Hôtel d'Avignon. When the head waiter returned to his table, though, with wine, he reopened the subject.
Why do you want me to change my room?
I do not wish for you to change your room if you are satisfied, monsieur.
Well, when I am not satisfied, I say so. Why do you think I may not be?
I only wish for you to be more comfortable, sir. There is no sun behind the house. It is better to be where the sun comes sometimes. Besides, I think monsieur is one who sees.
The head waiter's last remark seemed cryptic, but our friend let it go. He didn't feel like discussing the sad lady he'd seen at any length with Pierre. During the afternoon and evening, Crutchley had tried to work. He was incapable of concentration, though. He knew, and he was angry with himself because he knew, that he was eking out his patience until night came, in the hope of seeing once more that still figure of despair in the garden. Before he even reached the window, he knew he would see her sitting in the same place. He was unable to explain, even to himself, why he knew. It was midnight. She was there. As before, and Crutchley felt his eagerness mingled with an indescribable fear. He seemed to hear a cry of warning from the honest workaday world into which he had been born. He said it was like starting on a voyage.
voyage, feeling no motion from the ship, and then being suddenly aware of a spreading space of water between the vessel and the quay.
Madam, look at me. Madam, let me see your face. Then I must come to you.
Monsieur. Where are you going, sir?
What the devil's got to do with you?
The devil, eh? Ah, bien, monsieur. I think perhaps he has something to do with it. You will please have the goodness to return to your room. No, not the room which you have left, sir. That is not a good room. But come with me, I shall show you another.
What do you mean by interfering with me? It's not a prison or an asylum. I'm going to the garden for a breath of fresh air before I go to sleep.
That, sir, is impossible. The air of the garden is not good at night. Besides, the doors are locked, and the patron, he have the keys.
You're blasted insolent, that's what you are. Tomorrow I'll report you. Now get out of my way. Take me for a thief because I leave my room at midnight? Never mind. I can reach the garden from my window. What do you think you're doing, man?
Monsieur. Monsieur, the bon Dieu has sent me to save you. I have waited tonight because I know you must try to enter the garden. Have I your permission to enter your room with you and speak with you a little while?
This is bedlam. Oh, if you must.
I do not think she is there, sir, because I am here and I do not see. Monsieur is the one who sees, as I tell him this morning. But he will not see her when he is with one who does not see.
Talking about.
Who is she? Who she is, I cannot say, sir. And the head waiter left himself with a quick, nervous finger. But who she was, I can perhaps tell you.
You just try and tell me she's what they call a ghost, apparition, or some blasted thing?
It doesn't matter what one calls her, monsieur. She is here sometimes for certain who are able to see her. Monsieur wishes very much to see her face. Monsieur must not see it. There was one who looked 5 years ago, and another perhaps 7, 8. The first he made die after 2, 3 days. The other, he is still mad. That is why I come to save you, monsieur. There was in this town a notary of the name Lebrun. And in a village halfway from here to Dieppe is a grand chateau in which there lived a lady, une jeune fille, with a father and mother. And the lady was very beautiful, but not very good, monsieur.
Go on. But I don't quite see what this has to do with...
You will, please. Eh bien, Monsieur Lebrun fell in love with her. I think she loved him too, better as all the others. So he made application for her hand. But he was bourgeois and she was aristocrat. He had not so very much money, and the application, it was refused. And so they find for her another husband who she loved not, and she find herself someone else, and there is divorce. And she have many lovers, for she was very beautiful, but not so very good. For 10 years, perhaps, she make her beauty to make slaves of men, and one he made kill himself because of her. But she does not mind. And all the time, Monsieur Lebrun, he does not marry because he could not love another woman. But at last, this lady, she have a dreadful accident. It is a lamp which blow up and hurt her face.
In those days, the surgeons did not know how to make new features. Oh, it was dreadful, monsieur. She had been so lovely, and now she had nothing left except just the eyes. And she go about wearing a long, thick veil because she had become terrible to see. And her lovers, they no longer love. And she have no husband because she have been divorced.
Well? What happened? You mean she's the one?
Monsieur Lebrun, he write to her father, and once more he make offer for her hand. The father, he is willing because she no longer very young, and she is terrible to see. But the father, he's a man of honor, monsieur, and he insist that Monsieur Lebrun see her face before he decide if he still wish her in marriage. So a meeting is arranged, and her father and her mother bring her here to this hotel. The lady come with them wearing her thick veil. She insists to see Monsieur Lebrun alone. So she wait out there in the garden. Love is not always what we think it. Perhaps Monsieur Lebrun think all the time that his love goes deeper than her beauty, and when he see her dreadful, changed face, he find out the truth. Perhaps when she put aside the veil, she see that he flinch. But Monsieur Lebrun, he walk out alone, and she stays sitting on the seat down there. And presently her mother and her father come, but she does not speak or move. And in her hand they find a little empty bottle, monsieur.
She... Oh, my.
All her life she lived for love. Lebrun is the last of her lovers. When he no longer love, then that is the last of everything. She had bring the bottle with her in case he does not love. So, it happened a long time ago. And now perhaps, monsieur, understand why perhaps it is better he sleep in the front of the building tonight and change his hotel tomorrow.
But why does she come back?
How do we know, monsieur? She's a thing of evil. When her face was lovely while she lived, she used it to destroy men. Now she still uses it to destroy, but otherwise. She has some great evil power which draw those who can see her. They feel they must not rest until they have looked upon her face. And that face is not good to look upon.
Ah. Another drink handy, old man?
No, thanks. Listen, that can't be all. Poor old Crutchley. But that can't be all.
No, it isn't quite all. I wish that it were. Crutchley was scared. He changed his room, and the next day he moved out. He went to another hotel, tried to work, but couldn't. The horror of the thing had a fascination for him. And the next night, as it started to get dark, he asked himself why he shouldn't go and look. He was compelled.
Why shouldn't I go and see? It couldn't hurt me. Not if I look from a distance.
He didn't realize that she was drawing him to her. He went to the Hotel d'Avignon. He walked around the building twice and then walked straight in through the swing doors as if he still stayed there. He went to the first floor and found one of the doors that led into the walled garden. It was late and the door was unlocked. He just stood there, staring in horror at that which sat upon the seat. He was drawn like a moth to a candle flame.
Madam, please look at me. Madam, let me see your face.
me. Madam, I know your story, and I pity you. Allow me to see your face.
He was lost. He knew it. The power was too strong for him. He bent over her.
What? I mean...
That's the part Crutchley can't really describe. There weren't any features left in her face. But it wasn't just that. It was something much worse, much more subtle. Something happened, I know, before his sense left him. Poor devil, he couldn't tell me. He's getting better, though. Nerves still in shreds, of course. And he has one or two peculiar aversions.
What are they?
He can't bear to be touched. Or to hear anybody laugh.
Now, ladies, we're speaking about biotechs in this series of programs, and Mrs. E.B. Granger of Gordon Road, Heathfield in the Cape wrote to say that she decided to try our biotechs just to see if it lived up to our claims. And she said, I bought a packet, and lo and behold, it actually did just what the advert said. I'm so proud of the children's white shirts, the hankies, and the underwear that I want to say it will be biotechs for me every washing day from now on. Some of my family's accessories were left with slight stains, but now, thanks to biotech soaking, they come out white, and the stains do go away, as you say. Now, that is a statement from Mrs. Granger of Heathfield of the Cape, and it bears out what we have been saying to you, ladies, ever since biotechs first came on the market. We said to you, it is different to any washing product that you've ever used before. We claim that the stubborn stains will vanish, and people like Mrs. Granger bear out our claims. Remember, biotechs.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soap and pre-wash powder.
After all this time, the name's still there. Could a place like this ever be built up again, I wonder? No, never. Too far gone. So still. Airless.
Food for worms. Dead and rotten. Food for worms. Dead and rotten.
Hello.
If death was a thing that money could buy, the rich they would live, and the poor they would toy.
I was thinking of going inside. It must have been a fine house.
It was a grand house in its day, sir. Doran House in the Sarsfield. Sir Dominic Sarsfield was the last of the old stock. He lost his life not 6 foot away from where you're sitting.
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents
Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cuff stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt, but washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Yeah. Hey, do you mind that mark, sir? 7 or 8 feet off the ground, sir.
Yes?
That's 7 foot off the ground, sir. Maybe 8. And you'll not mind what it is?
Well, I dare say not. Unless it's a stain from the weather.
Oh, it is nothing so lucky, sir. Nothing so lucky. That's a splash of brains and blood. It started 100 years, and it'll never leave while the wall stands.
He was murdered, then?
Worse than that, sir.
Killed himself, perhaps?
Oh, worse than that. It served this cross between us and harm. I'm older than I look, sir. You wouldn't guess me years.
Well,
Oh, don't be put out by the hump on me back. It's been there since my birth, and I no longer mind it. Though it might throw a man into a quandary if he's asked to tell me years,
Well, I would say you were 55.
I was 79 last Candlemas. I'm 55, all right. And something at the back of it, too.
Well, I can hardly believe it. But you don't remember Sir Dominic Sarsfield's death, do you?
No, sir. That was a long while before I was born. But me grandfather was bottler here long ago. And many a time I heard tell how Sir Dominic came by his death.
It must have been one of the most beautiful houses in the whole of Ireland in its day.
The wind ripped the roof and the rain rotted the timber. And little by little, in 80 years' time, it came to what you see. But I have a liking for it still, for the sake of old times. I never come this way, but I take a look in.
I don't wonder you like it, though. Beautiful spot. Never seen such noble trees.
I wish you'd seen the Clyn when the nuts was ripe. They're the sweetest nuts in all Ireland, I think. You'd fill your pockets while you'll be looking about you.
Fine old woods.
Gee, Your Honor, the woods about here is nothing to what they were. All the mountains along here was wood when my father was a gossoon, and Maroa wood was the grandest of them all. All oak mostly, and all cut down as bad as the road. Not one left here that's fit to compare with them. Which way did Your Honor come hither, from Limerick?
No, Killala.
Well, then you passed the ground where Maroa wood was in the former times. You came under Lisnafora, the steep knob of a hill above the village here. 'Twas near that Maroa wood was. And 'twas there Sir Dominic Sarsfield first met the devil, and she's the Lord between us and harm. And a bad meeting it was for him and his.
The devil?
Aye, the devil.
What happened, Sir Dominic and...
Sit ye down, Your Honor, and maybe I'll tell a tale that'll make your hair stand up on end.
Yes, I'd like to...
It was a fine estate when Sir Dominic came to it. Feasting and fiddling, 3/4 for all the fiddlers for many mile around. There was wine by the hogshead for the quality, and beer and cider enough to float the navy for the boys and girls and the likes of me. Oh, there was money, me pio. There was money. And when Sir Dominic came to power, he set about getting rid of it. Been educated in England, you know, spoke with a lardy-dar tongue. He showed off his dogs and horses, and he travelled in France, and he had a great time of it. But once he was gone merry-making for so long that a folk heard tell of him for 3 years or more. Though the police was kept, of course, waiting on his return, and my grandfather ran the house attending on Sir Dominic's coming back, you see. And one night, one wild night 'twas apparently, Sir Dominic did come back. There came a rapping on the window, and old Connor Hanlon, the butler, my grandfather, was sitting by the fire, warming his shillings worth.
Who knocks there? Who calls? Oh, will you have ale? And you must need food, sir.
Oh, never mind all that, Connor. Sit down. Sit here. Sit opposite me. I want to talk with you. And don't be afraid to say what you think.
And why should I be afeard, Master Dominic? Yourself was always a good master to me, and so was your father, rest his soul before you. And I'll say the truth and dare a giver, and more than that for any Sarsfield of the Northern, much less yourself. And good right I'll have.
It's all over with me, Con.
Heaven forbid.
It is past praying for. The last guinea's gone. The old place will follow it. It must be sold. And I'm come here, I don't know why, to have a last look around me, like a lost ghost, before I go off into the dark again. It was the gambling and the drinking and the womanizing. But enough of that. Listen to me. If you should hear of my death, be sure to give the oak box.
Yes,
the oak box in the closet, Con, to my cousin Pat Sarsfield in Dublin. And the sword and the pistols my grandfather carried at Ochrim, and 2 or 3 more trifling things of the kind. Con, they say if the devil gives you money overnight, you find nothing but a bag full of pebbles, and chips, and nuts in the morning. If I thought he played fair, I'm in the humor to make a bargain with him tonight.
Lord forbid.
They say the country is full of men enlisting soldiers for the King of France. If I light on one of them, I'll not refuse his offer. How contrary things go. How long is it since Captain Waller and me fought the duel at Newcastle?
6 years, Master. And you broke his thigh with the bullet the first shot.
I did, Con. I did. And I wish instead it shot me through the heart. Have you any whiskey?
Oh, sure. Here. Sure, whiskey. Now, lay it down.
I'll go out and have a look at my horse.
Sure, I won't be a minute running out to the stable and seeing to your horse for you myself.
I'm not going to the stable. I may as well tell you, for you find it out anyway. I'm going across the deer park. If I come back, you'll see me in an hour's time. But anyway, you'd better not follow me, for if you do, I'll shoot you. That'll be a poor ending to our friendship.
And with that, he walks out into all the weather, leaving me grandfather with a heavy heart. He went down towards Moreau Wood, and I guess he made up his mind that if no better came to himself between that and there, he'd hang himself from one of the oak branches with his cravat. And the weather cleared itself away anyhow. The night got finer, though it was still cold. The whiskey had cleared his head, no doubt, and he was thinking of enlisting, to be sure, in the French king's army, when he walked into the wood and sat down. He knew full well that a man might take his own life any time. But it'd puzzle him to take it back again. Despite the cold, he was almost falling asleep when he spied a fine gentleman coming to meet him. I guess he was a handsome man like himself, and wore a cocked hat with gold lace around it, such as officers wear on their coats. And he had on a dress such as French officers wore in them times. He came and stopped in front of Sir Dominic, and the two gentlemen took off their hats to one another.
I am recruiting, sir, for my sovereign. And you'll find my money won't turn into pebbles, chips, and nutshells by tomorrow.
And I'm thinking, sir, that gentleman pulls out a big pack of money and gold. And the minute he sets eyes upon him, Sir Dominic must have felt the very hair stand up straight on his head.
I feel like a new man. It's a lovely day today.
I thought you had flu.
I took a Grandpa headache powder, and I'm worlds better.
When colds and flu are about, Grandpa headache powders are what you need. Grandpa headache powders work fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Grandpa makes all those dreadful flu symptoms disappear quickly. So, whenever you're in pain, get fast relief. Get Grandpa headache powders.
Ah, Grandpa.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, collar and cuff stains, ingrain dirt, soil and grime. Out they come and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Don't be afraid. The money won't burn you. If it proves honest gold, and if it prospers with you, I'm willing to make a bargain. This is the last day of February. I'll serve you 7 years, and at the end of that time, you'll serve me. And I'll come for you when the 7 years are over. When the clock turns the minute between February and March, and the 1st of March, you'll come away with me, or never. You'll not find me a bad master. I love my own, and I command all the pleasures and glory of the world. And if you'd rather wait for 8 months and 28 days before you sign the writing, you may, if you meet me here. But I can't do a great deal for you in the meantime. If you don't sign then, all you get from me up to that time will vanish away. And you'll be just as you are tonight, and ready to hang yourself on the first tree you meet.
I don't know, Con. What's in it? It's the heaviest load I ever carried. Open it, Con. Open it. Come on.
And Sir Dominic counted every guinea in the bag. And it took him until daylight. And he made Connor, me grandfather, swear to tell no living soul about it all. And Sir Dominic went about spending the gold in the bag. And the 8 months went rapidly away. And the appointed day drew close. And his debts began to pile up all around him. And by the time the night of the 28th come round, he was almost ready to lose his senses with all the demands that was rising up against him. And nothing to meet them but the help of one dreadful he had to depend on at night in the oak wood down there below.
found the money good, but it was not enough. No matter. You shall have enough and to spare. I'll see after your luck, and I'll give you a hint whenever it can serve you. Any time you want to see me, you only have to come down here and call my face to mind and wish me present. You shan't owe a shilling by the end of the year, and you shall never miss the right card, the best throw, or the winning horse. Are you willing?
Willing.
Take this needle. I require 3 drops of blood from your arm. I shall catch each drop in this acorn cup. Prick your arm. Now. Take this pen. Write again what is written there upon this parchment. The bargain is sealed and can never be broken.
And Sir Dominic was soon out of debt, and he took up his old ways again, and everything was fine. But there was not a poor man on the estate that was not happier than Sir Dominic. And the years passed, sir. Tonoran was alive again, music, happy ones singing. All were happy except the master. The money never ran out, just as the queer one Sir Dominic met by the oak swore it would not. The years passed and the 7th approached fast, and Sir Dominic grew more and more out of humour. Took to going for solitary rides, sometimes at night. Finally, he lost heart altogether and sent for the priest.
No more to tell, Father. That's how it is with me. That's how it's been for 6 and more years. I've only 10 months to run now. What can I do, Father? Is there aught?
And I've had no idea. No idea.
But what, Father? My soul's lost.
No. No, I'll tell you what you do. I'll tell you. 10 months, you say?
10 months to run.
You must give over dicing, and you must give over swearing and drinking and all bad company. You must live a virtuous life, a steady, blameless life, until the 7 years bargain is out. You must live as if in retreat. Oh, Dominic, for money, for good luck and dross, you're soul, man.
I wish I'd never been born.
Never say that.
The months went quickly, and Sir Dominic lived a blameless life. Not a curse passed his lips, not a dice did he throw, not a wild dance did he lead. Never looked at a loose woman. And you may guess he felt queer enough when the morning of the 28th of February came. The priest came again by appointment, and for hours they prayed together till the clock struck 12. Sir Dominic and his reverence were together in the room, you see, and kept up their prayers till the clock struck 12 and an end of February for that year.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Finished, Father. 'Tis out. 'Tis out, Father. It's out. It's out free. It's out.
So now Sir Dominic thought he might as well have a pleasant evening. After all, he's fasted and praying. And he sent round a half a dozen of his neighbouring gentlemen to come and dine with him. And there was no end to the wine. And soon the cards came out, and the guineas began to change hands. And his reverence, who stayed, crept away when he saw the way the night was going. And the party became drunk and sure enough and lasted into the next morning. Whereupon the gentleman took breakfast and slept out the day, only to begin again the next year.
All right, now let's play up the game now, lads. We can have another game. I never had it.
Gentlemen! A toast, gentlemen! Please, quiet! Gentlemen, a toast to the best 1st of March I ever sat down upon with my friends.
It ain't the 1st of March.
What?
It ain't the 1st of March.
What is it, then?
'Tis the 29th of February. Leap year.
What? No, it can't be. Say it's not.
Master, there's a gentleman downstairs, a queer gentleman if ever I see one. Huh? Tell your master, says he, in as awful a voice as I ever did hear. Tell your master that I'm here by appointment. And expect him downstairs by appointment.
No! Gentlemen, I can't come down yet! Gentlemen! For pity's sake, will any of you jump from the window, bring the priest here? I'm serious, for heaven's sake, gentlemen!
Master! He says unless you come down right away, he'll come up to you.
I don't understand this. I'll see what it means.
And the young noble went, with a face as if he was to meet the hangman, downstairs to meet what? And when he reaches the bottom, his gentleman is there to meet him, and directly that one sees him, he catches Sir Dominic up in his arms and carries him out the great door.
Master Dominic!
And the queer one carries Sir Dominic outside and whirls him round high with the strength of a beast and crashes his head upon the wall. Sir Dominic was a corpse. There was not a gasp left in him. Pat Donovan was coming up to the house early the next morning, and after he passed the little brook, his dog that was by his side makes a sudden wheel and runs howling by that wall there. And that minute, 2 men passed Donovan in complete silence. One of them looked like Sir Dominic, and the other, Sabus, was like nothing on earth. They made no sound with their feet, and only the dog howled fit to wake the dead. And later, Donovan found the master's body lying there, by the wall, on that spot. The head smashed, and the body cold and stiff.
It's late. I must get back to the village now.
And I'll be leaving too.
Good night to you, old man. And God bless you.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cup stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
Desolate. Yes, Mr. Fussberger. Though, mind you, at this time of year, I mean, when spring comes and the trees are in leaf.
I prefer it desolate. Why do you imagine I bought 100 acres of ground on which to build a house?
Yes, of course, Mr. Fussberger.
I want desolation, privacy, and security. I can afford to get what I want. Well, let's take a look at the house.
And the two men, Mason and Fussberger, walked towards the building. The two men walked, each bent unknowingly upon his own individual journey beyond midnight.
The main structure was completed about 3 weeks ago. Since then, the engineers have been installing and testing the electrical circuits. The final tests were only made yesterday.
And the builders?
Oh, they were flown back to the continent immediately. The danger of information leaking out is, well, remote. Shall we go in, Mr. Fussberger? Now, to all intents and purposes, this lock is an ordinary lock with an ordinary key, Mr. Fussberger. Nobody would suspect that the tumblers are actuated by coded magnets in the key and that they, in turn, operate 6 electronic locks, which are built into the door and quite inaccessible. Laminated steel, you see, like the walls and floors. It'd stop an armor-piercing shell.
Good.
There now, switch the lights on. The whole ceiling glows, you see, not just a globe or collection of globes, exact to your specification. Naturally, it'll look better with furniture, and in about 9 months' time, when the decorations are complete...
Yes.
The windows are deceptive, aren't they? You'd never imagine there'd be space for steel shutters to glide across. And you see here, the glass is polarized. You can see out, but nobody can see in.
And all the windows are the same?
Exactly. The whole house was built as a precision engineering job. The moment someone tries to tamper with the windows or the outside doors, the whole of the engineering electronic gadgetry comes into play. The house is completely sealed off from the rest of the world.
A steel fortress. Fussberger's fortress. Impenetrable. Impregnable.
The main electricity supply for the whole house comes in here. That black box carries the power supply's fuses. Naturally, it's sealed, and only the company's electricians can open it. But every other room in the house is individually fused, so nothing can go wrong, you see. But now there is an emergency diesel generator in an outhouse at the back. So in the event of a power failure, you can generate your own electricity. We've thought of everything.
I hope so. The place is costing me nearly 250,000. I want perfection.
Oh, you're getting it. Now, if you'd care to go into the next room and watch the window, I'll just show you how rapidly and efficiently the steel shutters slide across. Then afterwards, I'll go outside and pretend to be a burglar.
Very well.
Fassberger stood by the horizontal window and fingered the edge of the steel frame with his podgy fingers. The big diamond ring in its flashy platinum setting glittered richly in the subdued daylight.
Ready?
Yes.
It happened so suddenly that his eyes were completely deceived. One minute there was a window looking out on bare, bleak countryside. Next instant the window had gone, and in its place was a sheet of blue-grey steel. Curiously, there was an agonizing pain in the middle of his right hand. Even more frightening, the hand suddenly seemed to have become immovably attached to the window frame.
Mason! Mason!
Coming, Mr. Fassberger. Things seem to have happened.
I think it's one of the fuses has blown up.
Open the shutter, man. Can't you see my hands caught in the thing? It's caught my ring. Might have lost my hand if it hadn't been for the diamond.
Yes, I'll go and...
This diamond's harder than steel. Blasted shutter might have chopped my hand off.
Can't open the shutter until I fit a new fuse, Mr. Fassberger. It's the fuse. The new fuse is blown through. It's because the shutter's jammed. The drive motor's taking too much current.
No.
It's a virtual short circuit on the power line.
Well, do something about it. Don't just stand there talking blasted technical rubbish.
Can't you take your finger out?
If I could take it out, why do you think... Oh.
It's just unfortunate that shutter is edged with a special alloy that'll cut through anything. If someone tried to smash through the window with a steel bar, the shutter would cut the thing in half. But diamond's too hard. A fraction of an inch either way, and there'd have been no trouble.
A fraction of an inch either way, and I'd have lost my blasted finger.
That wouldn't have blown the fuse. It's the diamonds causing the trouble. The drive motor's come to a standstill. It may even be burning at this moment.
Mason, I don't care.
The fuse is only rated for 5 amps, you see.
Then put in a bigger fuse.
It might work. If one could only open the shutter of a fraction of an inch, perhaps.
Oh. Oh.
15 amps. That'll... No good. That's blown too.
Or try 30 amps or more. Oh.
Stand by. I put a deck short across the fuse. This ought to produce results. The light's gone.
All the lights gone.
I am, Mr. Mason, supremely aware that there is no light.
The company's fuses are blown. This really is a short circuit.
Then telephone the power company. Tell them to send their electricians here immediately. Tell them it's urgent.
That's impossible, Mr. Fassberger. The telephone isn't connected yet.
Well, in that case, you'd better take my car. Drive to the nearest town. Bring back electricians, engineers, fire brigade, anyone you like. But let's have some action. Don't you realize that I'm in dreadful pain?
I can't get out of the house. There isn't any power to operate the doors and windows. We're sealed in, Mr. Fassberger.
Then start the diesel engine.
The diesel's outside. Unless I can open a door, I can't reach it.
Tell me, Mason, What do you propose to do? I asked you to build a house that couldn't be broken into. Not one it's impossible to escape from.
I suppose the only thing to do is to try and force open the power company's fuse box. The point is that I haven't got any tools. The fuse box is sealed, and you have to have a special star-shaped screwdriver. All I've got is a pipe scraper and a bunch of keys.
Feel in my right-hand trouser pocket. You will find a key ring with a small gold penknife attached.
Yes, I'll need light, too. It's practically dark here. It'll be completely black back there.
In my coat pocket, there is a gold cigarette lighter. You may use it.
Yes, Right then, I'll do what I can.
Do what you can.
After several hours, when the strip of sky visible through the gap in the shutter was beginning to darken into night, it became obvious that Mason was achieving exactly nothing.
It's no use, Mr. Fassberger. I can't make any impression at all on those screws. Not without the proper tools.
So, what are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't know at all.
I can't stand here all night like this. This ring's almost cutting through the bone of my finger. In fact, my finger feels quite dead already.
Do you suppose...
Suppose what?
Well, it might be possible to cut through the ring. That would release your finger.
But the ring's platinum. You can't cut platinum with gold.
I could try.
Very well. Try.
No good. Perhaps if the diamond could be prized from its setting.
Might be difficult. The diamond alone cost £2,000, and it was made with exceptionally strong claws to hold it. I wouldn't want to risk losing it.
Of course not.
You can try.
There is one point. There's a danger of dislodging the stone if I succeed in opening the claws.
Danger? What of?
Look, Mr. Fassberger, the house is completely sealed. If I should dislodge the diamond, when I release your finger, the shutter would close and we'd lose even the quarter of an inch we have got. The house would become our tomb.
It's already that, as far as I'm concerned.
But we still have got the gap. Sooner or later we'll be missed and people will come for us.
Huh? How do you mean, sooner or later?
2 days, perhaps 3. There are people who will miss me.
Nobody will miss me, Mason. I'm a lonely man. Always have been.
In that case, it wouldn't really matter if you were to die here in this house.
No, it really wouldn't matter.
Then what I don't understand is why build the house in the first place? With concealed safe deposits and all those elaborate security precautions.
I have an instinct for certain things, Mason. And I know that the world's on the brink of what will be the worst economic crisis in history. Currency will lose all its value. Gold would be worthwhile investment if one could buy gold. But I settled for precious stones. I've sunk nearly all I've got into diamonds, natural sapphires, and emeralds. 4 million pounds worth. When the crisis comes, these stones will not lose their value. They will increase. There isn't a bank in the country I would trust. So, I will build my own bank. My fortress.
You're shrewd. Very shrewd. But what are you going to do about your finger?
I'd give 10% of all I have to the man who can solve this predicament.
You mean that? 10%?
5%.
4 million, that's 200,000. Can I rely on your word?
Of course. But I reserve the right to revise my offer as the situation develops. But every day, I'll reduce it by 1%.
You mean after 5 days I get nothing?
After 5 days, we'll both be dead.
That night passed, and much of the next morning, too. It's not easy to sleep, standing up, finger going.
Dead. Mason.
You can't stand there through today and perhaps tomorrow like that with a dead finger. It'll have to come off. One of us will have to... Well, you see, Mr. Fassberger.
All right. You'll have to use a small gold penknife.
It's blunt.
It's all we have.
Mr. Fassberger, I couldn't.
In that case, give me the penknife.
I can't let...
Mason, it's my blasted finger. If I want to cut it off, I'll blast it, will cut it off. Give me that knife.
Here.
I'm free. I can move around. I'm more than halfway towards solving the entire problem.
Yes. Yes, indeed, you are.
It's only a matter of time, Mason. Only a matter of time.
On the 8th day, Mason died. Fassberger, when he could bring himself to move from the corner in which he lay, hour after hour, day after day, watched for a sign of human life through the quarter-inch gap, his one contact with the world. Fassberger's hunger and thirst became obsessive. His hand was swollen and festering from some obscure infection. His tongue cracked along its surface. The 9th day dawned, with monstrous dreams of food and drink. Yes, of course, Fassberger had thoughts of cannibalism. After all, nothing could hurt Mason anymore. But the millionaire dismissed the idea as soon as it entered his mind. Life, yes, but not on those terms. The 9th day passed. Fassberger, managing to mentally elbow thoughts of food and cool, clear water aside, pondered for a few lone seconds on the absence of any will. And then big pictures of venison and wine crowded back, and Fassberger, aware of little except late evening filtered sunlight, like a rod through the quarter-inch crack in the shutters, prepared to die. And then, suddenly... Just like that. Lifeboat at sea, arrival of the cavalry. Nick of time, miracle, saved. life and limb hanging by single thread, just like that.
Will you have another sherry, Mr. Fassberger?
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
I'm so glad I decided on a private funeral. Poor Harold would have hated the relations to have been there, especially his mother. He never got on with his mother. Isn't that strange? Mother and son. And yet with Harold, how well.
Thank you. I would like to give you something, Mrs. Mason. Your late husband and I entered into an agreement. It concerns a sum of money. 200,000 pounds, to be precise. I have decided to sell the electronic house, Mabel.
Have you, Julius?
Yes. I have acquired a new sense of values. I sought security only to find insecurity and danger. My plans didn't really work.
Life is not an investment, Julius. You can't really live in terms of profit and loss. In the long run, life is people just like you and me.
Yes, quite. So I shall sell it.
Don't think me a ghoul, but may I see it? The house, I mean, before you...
Oh, I don't think I could...
Just one small visit, a short one. I feel maybe I... Please.
Very well. The lawyers were prompt and thorough. The money, everything is satisfactory.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Julius.
That's about all there is to it. Of course, I don't expect a lady to fully grasp the intricacies of...
Oh, but I do. I understand perfectly. It really is a work of art.
But it has painful memories for you, so I
Yes,
think...
of course. Oh, Julius, I forgot. I want you to have this. Please don't open it now. Later.
Hmm? Thank you. What...
Later, when you're alone.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, I'll just close the shutters. You know, despite what happened here, despite the fact... Maybe? Let's go now. Mabel, where are you? I think we'll leave now. One has enjoyed the usefulness of two hands for more than 40 years. Getting familiar with one hand. What? Mabel! Mabel, where are you? Mabel! Hello, Mabel, please, what's the meaning of this? It's idiocy! You locked me in! Why? Calm, Fassberger. It's an accident. Something's wrong, that's all. That explosion. What's she done with the current? It's blown, fuse, everything. I'm shut in. Mabel! Why has she done this? How? That letter, the one she gave me. See light. I don't believe it.
When you read this, Mr. Fassberger, you will, if all goes well, be standing alone in your electronic monstrosity, the house which became my husband's tomb. Always supposing I have managed by the time you read this to seal you in the house and cut off the power. I shall return in perhaps 3 weeks. Oh, I have a strong stomach, believe me. I shall destroy the letter you are reading now. Wherever you decide to hide it as evidence, I shall find it. You see, I loved poor Harold, and I hold you responsible for his death. Therefore, I think it is only fair that you should share his fate. And, after all, no one will miss you, will they? Thank you for the few £100,000. Goodbye. Mabel Mason.
No. No.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
And a very good evening to you.
Warwick. Well. What'll you have?
What'll you have?
Okay, on you then. I don't mind.
Fancy somewhere a bit quieter. Like over there in the corner. Got a story to tell you.
Oh?
Remember the story about Mendingham you told me? I've got as good a one to tell you. Been hoping I'd see you. Had it straight from the filly's mouth, so to speak. The usual? Frank, double scotches, 2, please.
There's something ghoulish in your manner this evening, Warwick. You going to try and scare me?
Listen and see. Ever been to Borneo?
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cup stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex. Okay, fire away. I'm all ears.
I won't make the obvious remark. One thing, my story, it isn't for sale. Well, what I mean is this. It's given today, free, gratis, and for nothing, friend to friend. But you don't make 200 guineas out of it by selling it.
I'm not that hard up for a yarn yet, Warwick. Carry on. Interest me. Your story?
It's a wild tale. 2 planters, interior of Borneo. And as usual, there's a woman. A veritable golden-haired filly, only her mane is streaked with grey. And there's a great livid scar or wheal right round her neck. She's the wife of George Thring. At the other end of the triangle is Clifford Macy. The men were partners on a small experimental estate far up in the interior. They'd been at it for 6 years and were about to reap the fruits of their labors very handsomely. And then Thring went on home leave and came back with a bride. Her name was Rona, and that was the beginning of the trouble. Macy flirted, philandered, and then fell violently in love with her.
On your bird. Don't be scared.
What bird?
A bird. Why give it a name? A bird's a bird. A tree's a tree.
No, Peter. Just... How strange. You've been here 6 years and you can't call a bird by its proper name. Is it a long-tailed clopit or scarlet-speckled ditch hopper or... Have you a cigarette?
Stop looking at the door. He's 45 miles away. It's all right.
All right for you.
We won't be back till tonight. We've got all the time in the world.
Peter.
I ought to plug that bird, oughtn't I? He messed up our little scene. All right, relax. Hey, you're sweating. What's... Oh. Sorry, madam. Perspiring. But you can see I wasn't brought up like you. Decent with tablecloths and pretty china and a vicar to tea on Sundays. Oh, Verona.
You don't do things by halves, do you? When you drink, you want to fight. And when you love...
I go all out. Marry me, Rona.
I've already got one husband. I'm not a
Oh,
Mormon.
you know what I mean. Let's clear out.
Plantation.
The plantation can go and...
You'll be sorry tomorrow morning.
Never.
All that money. I like you, Peter.
Thanks.
And I know what to be friends with you.
Look, the other night on the river, that was more than friendship, Rona. Oh, the words you said then. The worlds we inhabited. Friends? Friends, yes, we were friends, but more. Or were you pretending, playing a game?
No. Yes, no. But, Peter, I don't know. I can't decide.
Well, that's too bad. You've got to.
Don't shout.
If I want to shout, I'll bally well shout. Are too busy sorting out their own love problems. Rona.
I want to finish my cigarette. Do you like a drink?
No, I don't want to finish your cigarette. I don't want a drink either. I want...
She fell between two stools, you see. So many women of a certain type do. She began by being just friendly and kind, cheering the lonely man up, and drifted into the eternal game of all womankind, flirting. And then... Well, too late she realized she couldn't put the fire out, either hers or Macy's. Thring was, in many ways, easygoing, but at the same time possessed of a curiously intense strain of jealous possessiveness. He was generous, too. If asked, he would gladly give away his last shirt or crust. But let him think or feel that his rights were being taken or curtailed, and he was a tough customer with rather primitive ideas. Macy made no attempt to hide his feelings. The woman was sitting on a volcano. For her husband, of course, became suspicious. He watched, though, with the cunning of an iguana.
Rhoda?
You frightened me.
All right.
Oh, rain. Slowed down the work on the plantation, hasn't it? Will it lose us much money?
No, not much. You're not looking well.
Looking well?
I said not looking well. You know, darling, this rainy spell, it's getting us all down. Why don't you go home for a while?
Home?
Yes, my love, home. Hampshire in June. Can't you imagine it? It's only been 18 months.
Long, cool evenings on the Downs, the sea at Bournemouth, concerts at Portsmouth. Oh, Jack wrote to say the Royal Philharmonic is coming. Oh, you love music, Rona. There's no chance here. Only the gramophone.
Why ever should you think I want to go to England? No, it's just this eternal rain. I'll be all right when it's over. Well, the rain's
Darling, your health comes first.
Oh, my health is perfect.
You look pale, thin.
I haven't known you to be so solicitous, George. Why you...
Now, don't stay here out of duty to me, my dear.
Please. George, let's not talk about it anymore.
Ah, I see.
You see?
Borneo, the jungle. It's captivated you. Won you completely. You couldn't bear to be away from it. That it? England, dreams of her rolling hills and green dells gone forever.
Well, I wouldn't put it like that. I'd like to go home one day, but...
Or is it something else?
What?
Something else that you don't wish to leave at the moment.
George, I assure you, it's merely the weather.
Or someone else. Yes, that's it. My goodness, of course. How could I have been so blind? It's someone else. My poor little Rhoda. How you must be
George,
suffering.
I'm in no mood for play acting. I'm going to bed.
Rona, please don't turn away. I'm talking to you. Rona? Rona, I said please do not walk away. Your husband is talking to you.
What's with you tonight? I don't think I've ever
I
heard
won't
you
keep you
shout
long,
like that before.
Angel, but there is something I think we ought to sort out.
Well?
My darling, I am going to ask you a question. I have a little suspicion, you see. If I am wrong, I shall fall upon your feet and kiss them and be your slave forever and beg your
George,
forgiveness.
please, what is all...
Are you having an affair with my partner, one Peter Macy? I'm sorry, darling, did I speak too softly? Perhaps you didn't hear me.
I heard what you
said...
said. George, you must be mad.
I have watched month after month. I have watched our worthy friend Macy become more openly amorous. I have seen secret glances. I have seen the looks that have passed
George,
between you. The looks have become less and less.
House.
Less guarded. Neither of you even care anymore. You treat me like an imbecile.
You're mad.
Admit it, Rona. Admit
No.
it. Admit it.
Leave me alone. I want to go to bed.
Admit that you've been deceiving me with Macy.
George, this has gone too far. All right, I'll go to
Tell
bed.
me.
Yes, we're lovers, yes. Been lovers for 4 months.
So, like a blithering and sublime little idiot, she admitted it was all true. And after the initial outburst, Thring took it, like a lamb. In reality, he must have been burning mad, a mass of white-hot revenge. Unbeknown to either Rona or Peter Macy, he plotted his revenge. And it must surely go down in the annals of affairs such as this as one of the most diabolical ever contemplated.
I feel like a new man. It's a lovely day today.
I thought you had flu.
I took a Grandpa headache powder, and I'm worlds better.
When colds and flu are about, Grandpa headache powders are what you need. Grandpa headache powders work fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Grandpa makes all those dreadful flu symptoms disappear quickly. So, whenever you're in pain, get fast relief. Get Grandpa headache powders.
Ah, Grandpa.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, collar and cuff stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they come and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
There came a lull before the storm. Fate played a hand. Macy went sick with malaria, really ill. And George Thring had to admit the necessity for Rona to nurse him practically night and day. Macy owed his recovery to her care, but even so, convalescence was a long job. In the end, Rona too crocked up through overwork, and Thring had them both on his hands. This was an opportunity better than he could have planned it. It separated the lovers and gave him complete control. The rains were over. The jungle had ceased wintering and spring was in the air. The young grass and vegetation were shooting into life, new life. Concurrently, all the creepy, crawly insect life of the jungle and plantation was young and vigorous and hungry too. These facts gave the husband the germ of an idea which he was not slow to perfect. An idea as devilish as man could devise. In Borneo, there is a kind of a mammoth earwig.
A thing as fine and gossamer as a spider's web. As long as a good-sized caterpillar.
And it lives on waxy secretions. These are integral parts of some flowers and trees and lie buried deep in their recesses.
It's one of the terrors of these tropics, because it moves and rests so lightly on a human being that one is practically unconscious of it. And, like its English relation, it has
a decided liking for the human ear. It was a terrible plan to put the giant earwig in Macy's hair just above the ear.
Once in his ear, it's 1,000 to 1 chance against it ever coming out the same way. It would be impossible to turn. To back out would be an impossibility. And so, feeding as it goes, it would crawl right across, inside the head.
Surely the rains aren't coming back again, George, are they? I don't think I could bear it.
No. That's just the old storm having a last blow. It's all over. It's spring now.
Oh.
And don't worry, sweetheart. It's all over. Oh, well, I must go and minister to our other patient. Don't you want to know how he is?
How is he today? He should be pretty well recovered by now.
Oh, he is. He is. Said only yesterday he can't wait to get back to work. I must admit I shall be glad. There's a lot of work needs doing right now. This is the year when all our pains are rewarded.
I think I'll get up tomorrow, George. I can take some of the burden from you. Must have been awful for you, having 2 invalids around the place.
Well, don't mention it. Those closest to me are sick. What am I to do?
Several days passed. Rona Thring began to nurse Macy in the last days of his recovery. It was late afternoon. Spring was really in, as they say. Borneo spring.
It'll be dark soon. The bats are about already. They're fruit bats, aren't they? I must light the lamps for you.
You care well for me, Rona. I wish I had you with me all the time.
Please, Peter, don't say anything else about all that. We must try and forget now, because...
But...
What's the matter? Peter, what is it?
My head! My ear! Merciful heavens, my ear!
That was the beginning. Rona did all she could, but there was nothing to see. nothing to treat. Then for a while, Macy would be quiet, because the earwig was quiet. Then the vile thing would move or feed again, and... Thring came each day to Macy's bungalow. He was very helpful.
Here, drink this, old man. I think this is the best way to take the drug. It's foul without water.
Unbeknown to the wife, or the lover, of course, friend Thring had cast the dose of pain-relieving drug down the sink, and Macy was swallowing plain water.
This way it dissolves, and you can't even see it.
George, we've got to get a doctor.
I know, but... Well, you know how many miles that is away.
No, it's okay. It's just migraine. When I was a child, I used to have headaches. Wait. The doctor's too far. Miles and miles away. It's impossible. There's too much work here.
George, we'll have to get the labourers, and he'll have to be carried down to the coast to the doctor.
Rhoda, come here a minute. Darling, we can't lose him. The malaria and this thing, he's not strong enough. Not yet. The moment he's gained a bit more strength, we will. But I promise you, it'd kill him if we took him now.
And so the work on the plantation went on. Rona nursed her former lover. Her husband went about the task of running the plantation. The laborers labored, the sun shone. And in the small darkened bungalow that was Macy's, its occupant lost weight and suffered the agonies of the damned. Gone now were all thoughts of love, illicit or otherwise. He could summon up no interest in the lovely, golden-haired woman who was constantly by his side. The drugs were having an effect, because, of course, when she administered them, she did the job properly. Strangely enough, Macy didn't connect the relief he felt when Rona gave him his drugs to a complete failure of those drugs when the husband played nursemaid. During the days that passed, an awful lot of creepy crawlies down the plantation drainage system must have died. Their supply of pain-killing medicine must have been near to running out, too, when the end came. Again, it was late afternoon. Dusk was just falling. Bats were flying about, and they were heavy with fruit returning home.
Wish I could die. Too much. I can't take it any longer.
Both Thring and Rona were present. Macy must have suffered an excruciating pain, followed by a period of quiescence. Then, feeling a slight tickling sensation on his cheek, he put up his hand to rub or scratch. His fingers came into contact with the earwig and its fine gossamer hairs. He naturally was curious and looked to see what he was holding. Slowly, he realized.
What can escape? What can escape?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Only Thring kept quiet. And that, of course, was a mistake. This silence worried Macy, weak though he was. He looked from Rona to George Thring, and at the critical moment, George Thring could not meet his eyes. The truth was out. Macy threw the insect, now dead from the pressure of his fingers from him, tried to rise, and then fell back. Slowly, George Thring walked to where the earwig had fallen, picked it up, and studiously examined it. And from his pocket, he produced a magnifying glass he used daily for the inspection and detection of leaf disease on certain plants. As Rona watched, she saw the fear and disappointment leave her husband's face to be replaced by a look of cunning and evil satisfaction. Then, for the first time, he spoke.
Macy?
Macy looked up. Thring held up the earwig.
This is dead now. As dead as my friendship for you. As dead as my love for that That creature who was my wife. It's dead. Dead. But it's a female. Do you get me? This earwig's a female. And a female lays eggs. And before I put it in your hair, it was...
Haven't touched your drink, Cook, old man.
Huh? Oh. It's true. But what? I mean...
Oh, there was nothing anyone could say or do. Friend Macy made to get up and then fainted. Rona ran screaming from the bungalow. Her husband followed, snatching as he went a long Borneo native's knife from the wall. He caught her and slashed her, marked her neck. She's got the scar to this day. I think I'll have another whiskey.
Macy, I mean, what...
Oh, he died, of course. No doctor could operate. The thing had laid eggs in his brain. Thring was tried for his murder. The wife, Rona, told everything to the authorities, but nothing was believed, of course. I mean, the story could never have happened, could it? She is a pretty wretched creature today. Her husband is hopelessly insane, so they say. Anyway, he's in the lunatic asylum for life. So, there it is. Oh, waiter, 2 double whiskeys and sodas, please.
Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cup stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
In Beyond Midnight, next week, we're broadcasting The Room. This is a rather frightening tale in the great tradition of ghost stories. The room in question is in the north wing of a house owned by a certain Mrs. Watts. The house has been in her family for many years, and the room in the north wing has a very terrible reputation. No one who has spent a night there has been found in the same condition as they went in when the door is opened the next morning. A duke, a well-known ghost hunter and dabbler in the supernatural, slept in the yellow room, and the results were terrifying. Before the great window was blocked in, one poor inmate jumped to the ground below to his death. Mrs. Watts herself has never dared spend more than a few minutes there. But she's an old woman now, and by her own admittance, She can't bear the thought of dying without knowing just what it is that haunts a person who spends a night in the room. Consequently, she offers £1,000, and Ronald Todd takes up the offer. The haunting of Ronald Todd is eerie and inexplicable, and at the very end of the story, there is a surprise which might anger and puzzle, but will certainly intrigue.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
The Atlantic pretty often. I have my favorite ships, you see, and I've a habit of waiting for certain vessels I favor. It may be prejudice, but I was only cheated out of a good passage once in my life. I remember it very well. It was one June, and the Kamchatka was a ship I always loved to travel on. I say was, because she emphatically no longer is. She's uncommonly clean in the run aft. She has enough bluffing off in the bows to keep her dry, and a lower berth for most of them double. She has a lot of advantages, but I won't cross that duck pond in her again. Why? You'll find out. You'll find out the terror that was curtained in the upper berth on the June crossing of the Atlantic that year, when all the drowned souls who ever were endeavored to drag me beyond midnight. Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Since Biotex appeared on the market, we've had many endorsements from time to time, and these can be seen in our office. I am broadcasting some of these to you, and will do so as they come to hand. Mrs. M.V. Krauser of 5th Avenue, Pinetown, Natal, wrote and said, "Here's a letter from me of appreciation to the makers of Biotex. I am highly satisfied with Biotex and have introduced my friends to your product, and so far there has not been one complaint that it does not live up to the claims you make for it. I have two sons aged 2.5 and 1 year. The elder boy gets filthy dirty, and his clothes are pretty much the worse for wear at the end of the day. The baby naturally drags himself about, and his little diapers become very black and dirty at the end of each day, too. The point I'm trying to make with you is that every night I soak these diapers and the elder child's clothing in Biotex, and in the morning, all I have is a slight rubbing and rinsing, and that's it. The name again is Biotex." Lower berth, please.
The steward took my portmanteau, greatcoat, and rug. I shall never forget the expression on his face. I supposed at the time, as he led me into the lower regions, that the steward had had a little grog, but I said nothing and followed him. 105 was on the port side, well aft. There was nothing remarkable about the cabin. The lower berth was double. There was the usual washing apparatus. The folded blankets looked like large buckwheat cakes. The general air was one of desolation, I remember.
I'll try and make you as comfortable as I can, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, I hope it'll be a good crossing for you.
Well, one passage across the Atlantic very much like another. Whales and icebergs are always indeed objects of interest. But after all, one whale is very much like another whale. One rarely sees an iceberg at close quarters.
I agree, sir. No, one don't.
I must say, I'm not looking forward to the first day at sea. People pace the decks and stare at one. Everything's uncertain. No one knows whether the food's going to be good or bad or indifferent. Seasickness. No, I don't like the first day. Not that I'm generally sick, but new sailors, you know.
Yeah. Well, sir, if everything...
Yes, thanks very much. I'm sure you want to go and look after more passengers now.
Oh, thank you, sir. Pleasant trip.
I had the funny feeling, even then, that he was thinking me a queer fish. I don't know why. I also thought he didn't like number 105. But I mean, he wasn't going to live in it. I wasn't very keen either, but it didn't worry me unduly. I wasn't very pleased to find I was to have a companion, I have to admit. Before I'd been long in bed that night, he came in too. He was very tall, very pale, very thin, with sandy hair and whiskers. He was overdressed and a bit odd. I didn't like him and made up my mind I'd give him a miss whenever possible. If he rose early, I decided I would rise late, and vice versa. Anyway, I was pretty tired that first night. And perhaps the cabin wouldn't be so bad after all, I thought. What the devil? What happened to him? Gone. Nightmares?
It's a fine morning, and it's not a fine morning. I don't think it's much of a morning myself.
Well, no, it's not a very fine, must admit. You're the doctor, aren't you? My name's Brisbane.
It's just what I call ugly weather. Yes, I'm the doctor. How do you do?
How do you do? Very cold last night, I thought. However, when I looked, I found the porthole was wide open. Hadn't noticed it when I went to bed. Cabin was damp, too.
Damp? Whereabouts are you?
105. Why?
100.
Whatever's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Only, it's just that everybody's complained of that cabin for the last 3 trips.
Oh, well, I shall complain, too. Certainly hasn't been properly aired. It's a shame.
Look, I don't believe it can be helped. You see, I believe there's something...
What?
Well, it's not my business to frighten passengers.
Oh, you needn't be afraid of frightening me. I can stand any amount of damp. If I get a cold, I shall come to you.
It's not so much the damp. However, I dare say you'll get along very well. You have a roommate?
The deuce of a fellow who bolts out during the night and leaves the door open. Doctor, you keep staring at me.
Did he come back, this fellow?
Yes. I was asleep, but I woke up and heard him moving. And I felt cold and went to sleep again. This morning I found the porthole open.
Look here. I don't care much for this ship. I don't care a rap for a reputation. I tell you what I'll do. I have a good-sized cabin up here. I'll share it with you, though I don't know you from Adam.
Very good of you. Really, I think even now the cabin could be aired and cleaned out or something. Why don't you care for the ship?
We're not superstitious in our profession, sir. But the sea makes people so. I don't want to prejudice you, and I don't want to frighten you. But if you'll take my advice, you'll move in with me. I'd as soon see you overboard as know that you or any other man was asleep in 105.
Good gracious. Why?
Just because on the last 3 trips, the people who have slept there actually have gone overboard.
I was sure the doctor wasn't pulling my leg, but I was resolute all the same. I told him that even if 3 people had gone overboard, I was going to prove the exception. At breakfast that morning, I noticed that 1 or 2 of the officers looked grave. When I'd finished my meal, I left the dining room. Was informed by the steward that the captain of all people wanted to see me. I went toward the captain's cabin and found him waiting for me.
Sir, I want to ask a favor of you.
Do anything to oblige you.
Your roommate has disappeared. He's known to have turned in early last night. Did you notice anything extraordinary in his manner?
You don't mean to say he's gone overboard?
I fear he has.
He's the 4th, then. And I told the captain what the doctor had told me. He seemed annoyed. Then I told him what had occurred in the night. He was shocked and looked very grave.
What you say coincides almost exactly with what was told to me by the roommates of the 2 of the others who disappeared from 105. The boat out and down the passage. 2 of them were seen to go overboard by the watch. Nobody, however, saw or heard the man who was lost last night.
The others, you searched, of course?
Of course. We stopped and lowered the boats, but we found nothing. Now, sir, I beg you not to mention this to any of the other passengers. I don't want the ship to get a bad name, and nothing hangs about the ocean going like stories of suicides. You shall have the choice of the officers' cabins, including mine, for the rest of the trip. Is that a bargain?
Yes, but I shan't move, thank you. If the steward will just take that unfortunate man's things out, I'll stay where I am. You need have no fear that I'll follow him.
I'd rather...
Thank you, Captain. I'd rather stay where I am. Just 1 or 2 small things. I'd like the room cleaned and aired. I'd like the fastening of the port looked into. The thing was open this morning. Maybe the catch is loose or something.
Of course, you've every right to stay where you please, but... Oh, well, hang it, men. I wish you'd let me lock the place up and have done with it.
Towards evening, I met the doctor again, and he asked me whether I'd changed my mind. I told him I had not. He didn't say much, just,
"You will, before long."
How to handle his car. Johnson's Rally, the new car wax with the detergent-proof formula, won't wash off It's detergent resistant. Raleigh gives sure wax protection that's deep and long-lasting. And the finish is fast, very fast. Johnson's Raleigh Car Wax in liquid or paste form.
Soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotech.
Amazing new Biotech soaks stubborn stains away.
Clean, everything soon will be clean, for all the world to see. Soak, stains away easily when you use new Biotech.
Get amazing new Biotech today and let soaking do the washing.
Stewart! Yes, sir. What the deuce do you mean, you scoundrel? Leaving the port open every night. That's against the regulations. Do you realize if the ship heeled and water started to come in, 10 men couldn't shut it? I'm going to report you to the captain for endangering the ship.
Sir?
Well?
If you please, sir, there's nobody on board who can keep that porthole shut. You can try it yourself, sir. I ain't staying on this ship any longer once she docks, sir. If I was you, sir, I'd just clear out and go and sleep with a surgeon or something.
I don't want to sleep with a surgeon.
Try the port now, sir. Wait, sir. There, sir. Try it now, sir. It's fast.
Right.
Yes, sir. But I'll wager my reputation as an A1 steward that within half an hour that thing will be open again.
If I find it open in the night, I'll give you a $5. It's not possible.
$5, did you say, sir? Oh, thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Pleasant repose and all manner of enchanting dreams, sir. Night, sir.
I went to bed and I slept. I awoke startled, sometime in the small hours. I felt the draft. I got out of my bunk and stood. The port was again wide open. It was then I thought I heard someone or something moving behind the closed curtains in the upper berth. I thrust in my hands to see if there was anyone in the upper berth. There was someone. It was as if I was plunging my hands into a damp cellar. The air was full of the smell of stagnant seawater. I laid hold of something that had the shape of a man's arm, but was smooth and wet and icy cold, and then the creature sprang violently forward against me. A clammy, oozy mass hit against me. It was heavy and wet and seemed endowed with supernatural strength. And then the creature rushed to the door and out. Creeping horror had taken hold of me. But I examined the upper berth once more. By the light of the railway reading light I always carry with me. The bed had been slept in. The smell of the sea was strong, but the bedding was as dry as bone. I did not sleep anymore. I waited for the porthole to open again. It didn't. Doctor, you're quite right. There is something wrong about 105, and that's an understatement.
Thought you'd change your mind. Had a bad night, huh? You want to pick me up? Have a capital recipe.
No, thank you. But I would like to tell you what happened.
Come to my place.
The peculiar thing was I couldn't get the blasted port closed. I struggled and actually bent the brass fittings before I finally got it to stay.
Bring your bags here. Stay with me.
No. You come and take half of my cabin for a night. Help me get to the bottom of this thing.
You'll get to the bottom of something else if you try.
What?
The bottom of the sea. I'm leaving this ship. It's not canny.
You won't help me then?
Not I. It's my business to cure passengers' ailments, not monkey about with ghosts and things.
You really believe it is a ghost?
Have you any reasonable explanation of these things to offer? No, you have not. You say you'll find an explanation. But I tell you won't, sir, because there isn't one.
But my dear sir, can you tell me as a man of science that these things can't be explained?
I can tell you, then I do. And even if they could be explained, I would not be concerned with that explanation.
I'd made up my mind to spend another night in 105. If the doctor wouldn't join me, I was determined to have the captain. Consequently, I told him the whole story. I said that if no one would spend the night with me, I would ask leave to have the light burning all night and would try it alone. The captain fell for my ploy.
Look here. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you a watch myself. We'll just see what happens. There may be some fellow skulking on board who steals a passage by frightening the people on this ship. It's just possible that there may be something queer in the carpentering of that berth.
Then I suggest, Captain, we take with us the ship's carpenter and make a thorough examination of the whole cabin.
Certainly. We will.
We did that. We took the cabin bit by bit completely to pieces. We found nothing in the least bit extraordinary. As we were finishing our work, the steward, Robert, looked in.
Well, sir, did you find anything, sir?
You were right about the porthole, Robert. Here we are.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, begging your pardon, sir, I'm a plain man, sir. But it's my belief you'd better turn out your things and let the carpenter here run half a dozen 4-inch screws through the door of this cabin. There's been 4 lives lost out of here to my own remembrance. And that in 4 trips. Better give it up, sir. Better give it up.
I'll try it for one more night.
You'll just put your signature to that, Mr. Brisbane?
Yes, sir.
You see, I cannot afford to laugh at the affair. Your signature to this writing, telling what we're about to do, is at least proof that another responsible men believed that something queer was happening in room 105 this crossing. Well, if both of us are all right after this night and we do observe or experience anything uncanny, then you and I together will fill in our experiences and emotions. If nothing happens tonight, we'll try it again tomorrow and the next day. Now, suppose we put your portmanteau before the door. One of us can sit on it. Nothing can get out then. Is the port screwed down? Yes.
I like the reading lantern as you suggest. And now we can see well into the upper berth.
And I shall sit before the door.
I searched thoroughly. There's nothing in here save ourselves. Nothing at all. It's impossible for any human being to get in. Or for any human being to open the port.
All right. If we see anything now, it must be either imagination or something supernatural. First time it happened was in March. The person who slept here in the upper berth turned out to have been a lunatic. He'd taken this passage without the knowledge of his friends. Rushed out in the night and threw himself overboard before the officer of the watch could stop him. His suicide was accounted for on the grounds of his insanity.
I've never heard of such a thing ever occurring before or after or in any other ship. Well, on the very trip... What are you looking at? I could not reply. My eyes were riveted upon the porthole. The brass loop nut was beginning to turn very slowly upon the screw. It moves. It's loosened. Look at that, it's loosened. I can turn it just with my hand. The queer thing is that the second man who was lost was supposed to have gone through that porthole. The weather was very heavy. There was an alarm that one of the ports was open, that the sea was coming in. Down here, we found the whole cabin flooded. The water poured in every time the ship rolled. Ever since then, the place smells of seawater. On my word, I can smell it now, can't you? Yes. For a smell like this, the place must be damp. Yet when the carpenter examined it this morning, it seemed perfectly dry. Why? How did that bolt on the port come loose, Captain? I saw it move. Hello. How did... My reading lantern, which had been placed in the upper berth, was extinguished. Most extraordinary. What? The port! It's no good. Wait, wait. Stick. To the ring and... No good. Nothing can close it. Nothing. I'm as good. Brisbane, there's something in the upper berth. Hold the door. He won't escape us, whatever it is. No, wait. And I flung myself across that cabin and seized something which lay in the upper berth. There was something ghostly, horrible beyond words, and it moved in my grip. It was like the body of a man long drowned, and yet it moved and had the strength of 10 men living. Dead white eyes seemed to stare at me out of the dusk. The putrid odor of rank seawater was about it. Shiny hair hung in foul, wet curls over its face. I was wrestling with a dead thing. It wound its corpse's arms around my neck, the living death that was overpowering me. I lay a long time on that cabin floor. The thing, whatever it was, could only have gone one way out, through the port. I revived the captain. He wasn't hurt, but badly stunned. There's nothing more. The carpenter ran a dozen 4-inch screws through the door of 105. And if ever you take a passage on the Kamchatka, you may ask for a berth in that cabin. You'll be told that it is engaged. It is engaged by something that's dead. I finished the trip in the surgeon's cabin. The captain never sailed again on that ship, although it is still running. I shall never sail her either. You see, I saw a ghost, if that's what the thing was. It was dead anyway. I believe that somehow that poor wretch who flung himself overboard, the first one, the lunatic, I believe he's condemned until that ship sails the Atlantic for the last time to sleep in the upper berth and hurl himself to his drowning death at night, every night.
Let's play some music. I feel like dancing.
But I thought you had a splitting headache.
Oh, that was 5 minutes ago. I've taken Grandpa headache powder since.
Grandpa headache powders kill pain, soothe strained nerves, and lift depression. Grandpa headache powders are extra effective because they have a triple action. Grandpa headache powders work extra fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Get fast, effective relief from any pain, all pain. Get Grandpa headache powders.
Ah, Grandpa.
Soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex acts with a biological action to soak out the stubbornest stains and loosen dirt. New Biotex is great for all textiles and synthetics, whites and colors. It contains no bleach. Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
I was in my 22nd year, and had just left college. I was free to choose a career, and I chose it too quickly. Afterwards, I abandoned it with great speed. But I've never regretted the 2 years I spent in Cambridge as a student of divinity. Cambridge, for the lovers of woods and trees, has changed for the worse since those days, of course. But I remember the Cambridge I want to remember. One grey December afternoon, I went to the town of Medford. I was late in starting back for my lodgings, and as dusk was falling, I came to a narrow road I did not recognize. I was about 3 miles away from home, and I reckoned the road offered me as good a shortcut as any. The road was obviously seldom used. The wheel ruts looked old, and after 10 minutes walking, I came to the house. And so began one of the strangest, and for a time, one of the most terrifying episodes in the whole of my life.
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cup stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt, but washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
It was huge, the house, ugly and yet beautiful. The apple orchard that surrounded it was tangled and overgrown. Something bade me go up and try the door. It was locked, and so I continued on my way. I thought about the old house on and off during my studies, and a few days later, I returned there. I found it again without any difficulty. I approached as before, and the door was locked and barred as before. I was about to walk away when I heard someone approach. I hid myself immediately. It was a little old man. He wore a cloak. He came to the door, bowed before it, felt in a pocket, produced a key, and turned it in the lock. a moment, he applied pressure to one of the door panels. And the door opened, and he went in. After a little while, candlelight appeared faintly through the shuttered windows, and squinting through a crack, I saw a lighted room, and, grotesquely out of proportion, I saw a shadow of someone seated rigidly, as if being interviewed by someone, or something. After a while, the candlelight went, and the little old man came out, locked the door, bowed in the same strange way, and hobbled away again down the road without a backward glance. I went home that night strangely disturbed. Why? I could not then think. I was disturbed, but fascinated too. However, I tried to put all thoughts of the house and the old gentleman out of my mind, for I had a lot of study to occupy me. Some days later, I took a stroll through Mount Auburn Cemetery, and it was here that I saw my little old gentleman again. He was sitting upon a seat, staring straight in front of him, with a kind of terrific dignity mixed with a strange, inexplicable sorrow. I watched him for a long time, and then I slowly approached. His clothes were shabby but neat, and his old blue cloak had known half a century's brushing.
Good day to you. We're having wonderfully mild weather for this time of the year, don't you think?
This is a very comfortable place.
I'm very fond of walking in graveyards.
Walking, yes. Take your exercise now. Someday you'll have to settle down in a graveyard in a fixed position.
Very true. May I sit down?
Of course.
Thank you. Yes, very true, but there are some people who are said to take exercise even after that day.
He stared at me, as if I'd said something odd or profound. And then he looked away.
You don't understand? Well, some people, walk after death.
I don't know why I was talking like this. I suppose being a student of divinity is bad for some of us. Makes us morbid.
You don't believe that?
How do you know I don't?
Because you are young and foolish.
I'm young, certainly, but on the whole, I don't think I'm foolish. Look, I don't believe in ghosts or anything, and most people would be on my side in that.
Most people are fools. Are you a student?
Yes, of divinity.
Of divinity?
Theology. I'm studying for the ministry.
There are certain things you ought to know, then.
Well, what things do you mean? I have a great desire for knowledge.
I like your appearance. You seem to me sober enough.
Oh, I'm perfectly sober, all right.
You seem fair-minded.
I no longer strike you as foolish, then?
I stick to what I said about people who deny the power of departed spirits to return. They are fools.
You have seen a ghost?
I have not had to pry into old books to learn what to believe. I know. With these eyes, I have beheld the departed spirit standing before me, as close as you are now.
And was it very terrible?
I am an old soldier. I am not afraid.
When was it? Where was it?
You must forgive me for not going into details. Just remember that you've met an honest old man who has seen a ghost. More I cannot tell you now. Let me mention my name. It is Captain Diamond, sir. I have seen service.
I hope I may have the pleasure of meeting you again.
The same to you, sir.
And brandishing his stick, he marched stiffly away. I asked several people if they knew the history of a Captain Diamond, but I could find no one had even heard of him. I could not put him out of my mind, though, and could not forget the house and his strange visit to it.
I am the bee.
And then I thought of Miss Deborah, the tiny, deformed sister of my landlady, with whom I'd enjoyed many an enlightening conversation. She sat all day by the window, between a bird cage and a flower pot. Sewing small linen articles was her passion.
You are the honey, honeysuckle. I am your bee. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Miss
J.
Deborah.
No study today.
How are you?
Oh, well, thank you very well.
You know, you sit here all day sewing. You never go out, and yet you're so full of knowledge, and so you observe so much, know so much. Sometimes I feel quite ashamed.
Tell me, have you heard of a Captain Diamond?
Of course. Oh, he was much talked about many years ago. I haven't seen him for a long time, but one supposes he survived all the scandal.
Scandal?
He killed his daughter.
Killed her? But how? I mean...
Oh, not with a pistol or a dagger or a dose of arsenic. With his tongue. He cursed her, and she died.
Cursed her? Well, what on earth had she done?
She had received a visit from a young man who loved her, and whom he had forbidden into the house. The captain, that is.
The house? Oh, yes. The house out in the country, 2 or 3 miles from here, near the crossroad.
Oh, you know about the house then?
A little. I've seen it. Will you tell me more? The captain and his daughter?
He was a very high-tempered old man. He loved her very much, but his word was law. He had picked out a husband for her. Her mother was dead. They lived alone together. The poor girl's lover was a young man with whiskers from Boston in America. And the captain came home one evening and found them together. His rage must have been terrible.
You do not understand, sir. She is my wife. Emma, it cannot be true.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
But all the same, get out of this house. You never come back, you hear? You never come back. Reasonable. Get out!
The young woman fainted, and Captain Diamond left the house in a rage. Several hours later, he came back and found a note saying the American had killed the captain's daughter and had carried the body away in a gig. The captain wrote a terrible letter saying he didn't believe she was dead, but that she was, in any case, dead to him. A week later, in the middle of the night, he saw her ghost. And thereafter, little by little, she began to haunt the house. The captain's anger passed into grief. He tried to sell or rent the house, but the story of the haunting was abroad and no one would take it. With the farm, the property was the old man's only means of livelihood. And because no one would buy the place and because he couldn't live in it, he took his staff, put on his old cloak, and wandered away. But occasionally he was drawn back to the house, and the ghost relented and proposed a compromise.
Leave the house to me. I have marked it for my own. Go and live elsewhere. But to enable you to live, I will be your tenant, since you can find no other. I will rent the house from you and pay you a sum of money.
And the old man consented to accept the sum the ghost named. And he goes every quarter to collect his rent.
I feel like a new man. It's a lovely day today.
I thought you had flu.
I took a Grandpa headache powder, and I'm worlds better.
When colds and flu are about, Grandpa headache powders are what you need. Grandpa headache powders work fast because they dissolve almost immediately. Grandpa makes all those dreadful flu symptoms disappear quickly. So, whenever you're in pain, get fast relief. Get Grandpa headache powders.
Ah, Grandpa.
Just soak in Biotex. Stains, grass stains, collar and cuff stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they come and you don't stir a finger. Just soak in Biotex. Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt that washing won't. Just soak in Biotex.
Other means of living?
None. The ghost supports him. A haunted house is valuable property.
And in what coin does the ghost pay?
Silver. But all the pieces date from before the girl's death. I'm sure it was part of the bargain that he should go in person to collect his rent. And so, for him, life goes on. And he keeps this secret which you must keep too now that you share it. Now. It's time for my sleep, Mr. James, if you'll excuse me. Storytelling has quite worn me out.
My first sight of him had been on December the 31st, and it was likely that he would return to his haunted house on the last day of March, the end of the next quarter. When the 31st of March came, I was there, at the house, watching. He came and went as before, bowing and letting himself in just the same, and I felt an enormous pity for him. A month after this, I met him again in Mount Auburn Cemetery.
What do you want of me?
I wanted to enjoy your conversation again.
You don't find me cracked?
Cracked? My dear sir,
I'm the sanest man in the country.
I believe you.
I will tell you. I once committed unintentionally a great crime. Now I pay the penalty. I killed my own child, you know. Struck her to the ground. But they could not hang me. More is the pity. Because I struck her with words, not with my hands. And I know that her soul is immortal, sir. For we have an appointment to meet 4 times a year.
Her spirit, you mean?
Her spirit, I mean.
She has never forgiven you?
She has forgiven me as the angels forgive. That's what I can't stand, the soft, quiet way she looks at me. I'd rather she twisted a knife about in my heart. I must go my way. I must be creeping along.
I shall perhaps see you here again.
Oh, I'm a stiff-jointed old fellow, and this is rather far for me to come, but I should like to see you again someday, perhaps. What is your name?
James. Roger James. Look, please keep this little book. It's Pascal's Thoughts. My name's written on the fly sheet. It's a book I'm very fond of. Perhaps it'll tell you something about me.
I'm not much of a reader, but I shan't refuse the first present I've received since my troubles. Thank you, sir.
And he took his departure of me. An old, shuffling figure. Terribly sad. Broken. On June the 30th, I decided what I would do. That quarter, I would wait at the house, but this time I would not conceal myself. He was a little early this time, and the candlelight already shone through the window shutters when I arrived. And when at last he came out, he found me waiting on the doorstep. I knew you were here. I came on purpose. I hope you'll forgive me, but you did encourage me.
You are very clever.
I've been hoping for a chance to see inside.
Do you know what it is. I see.
How can I know, except by experiencing? Please, take me in.
Take you in? I wouldn't go in again before my time's up for 1,000 times the sum. I stick to my bargain, no less, no more. If you'll go in alone, you're welcome.
Will you wait for me here?
Yes. You will not stop very long.
But the house is pitch dark. When you go, you have lights.
Here. Take these.
Thank you.
You'll find 2 candlesticks with candles on the table in the hall. Light them, take one in each hand, and go ahead.
Where shall I go?
Anywhere. Everywhere. Trust the ghost to find you.
A wide staircase. Old-fashioned parlor. Empty chairs. Blank walls. A dining room where I might have written my name in the deep dust upon the furniture. Kitchen beyond. Pots and pans, eternally cold. Deep darkness. I came back to the stairs and looked up. Suddenly, with an inexpressible sensation, I became aware that this gloom was animated. It seemed to move and gather itself. Then I began to perceive a definite figure standing at the top of the stairs. 2 white hands appeared, and they were raised to what would have been the level of the head. They were pressed together, and then the face was disclosed. It was white, strange, and in every way ghostly. Then one of the hands was waved to and fro as if in attitude of dismissal. I left the house. I did not look back. Outside again, the captain looked at me but said nothing. I felt something I can never explain. It was fear, yes, but something deeper, beyond fear. I hadn't the heart to disturb the old man's next vigil. Came the 30th of September. I was sitting in my room alone when there came a knock upon the door.
I've come from the old gentleman, Captain Diamond. He's right down sick and must see you.
I'm dying. But never mind that. I'm due at the house. This is rent day.
But you can't go.
I can't go. I shall lose my money. I'm dying. I want to pay the doctor. I want to be buried like a respectable man.
It's this evening?
At sunset. Sharp. I can't go. I'll lose my money.
Would the money be paid to another person?
Look, I'm dying. Tell her that and she might trust you. Are you afraid? It's £50. She'll see your face. She'll see there's no harm in you.
You'll have your money by 9 o'clock tonight. I'll go.
I trust you.
Goodbye, for the moment. I waited for a long time. At last I saw it. The figure, the same as before.
I've come in place of Captain Diamond at his request. He's very ill, unable to leave his bed, and so please pay me the money. Captain Diamond would have come himself if he were able to move.
At this, the figure came slowly down the stairs, and I saw the white face. Instinctively, I backed away. The figure reached the bottom of the stairs and advanced. As it drew near, I saw that the face was perfectly human. We gazed at each other. When the voice came, there was nothing ghostly at all about it.
Is my father dangerously ill?
It was no apparition, just a very beautiful woman. Quickly, I stretched forward a hand and pulled sharply at the veil. She was about 35 and had her father's features. Her face was sorrow-worn and pale.
My father, I suppose, sent you here to insult me. Here is your money.
I stooped to pick up the purse of money, and she seemed to glide away. She disappeared not up the stairs, but into one of the rooms leading from the hallway. I knew she was no ghost. I had turned to go when she screamed.
My father! My father!
Your father? But where?
Through there. No. He's in white. In his shirt. It's not he.
Your father, he's in bed, ill, badly ill.
Dying?
I hope not.
Heaven. I've just seen his ghost.
Ghost?
It's a punishment for my long folly. The punishment of my violence. Take me away from this place.
You've been playing all these years a game? The last time I came, you frightened me a lot, you remember?
It was a game. But it was the only way.
Had he not forgiven you?
So long as he thought me dead, yes. There have been things in my life which he could not forgive.
And where is your husband?
I have no husband. I never had a husband. It was he. My father. I saw him. I am leaving this place now. You're going to my father?
Directly.
Will you let me know tomorrow what you have found?
With pleasure. But how will I communicate with you?
Come.
And she led me outside into the night and said...
Write. Just a few words. And put them under that stone. The stone there, by the well. Good night.
But listen...
It's all right. I know my road. Everything is arranged. It's an old story.
Nancy, how is he?
He's gone. To glory.
Dead?
He's as big a ghost as any of them now.
I returned to my lodgings, meaning to write the note for the captain's daughter and leave it under the stone by the well the next morning. That night, late, preparing for bed, I noticed a red glow in the northwestern sky. A house was on fire in the country and burning fast. I thought no more about it. I went to sleep. Yes, of course. You've guessed. The house on fire? That's right. I remembered I had left one of the candles alight. If it was not that one, it was the one she had dropped when she thought she had seen her father's ghost. The house was a mass of charred beams and smoldering ashes. The well cover had been pulled off in quest of water by the neighbors. The loose stones were displaced, and the earth had been trampled into puddles. To the best of my knowledge, no one ever saw again the beautiful lady who had haunted, in the flesh, her father for so many years.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak. Just soak in Biotex. Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
If you have wondered how to get your washing really stain-free, understand this. Biotex removes the stains and dirt washing won't.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
Stains, grass stains, tiresome collar and cuff stains, ingrained dirt, soil and grime. Out they all come, and you don't stir a finger.
Just soak. Just soak in Biotex.
Biotex with natural enzymes is the pre-wash powder with the most enzymes to give you extra pre-wash power. Absolutely no rubbing, no color loss, no fabric wear. Use it for cottons, silks, woolens, synthetics. Use it to make new again. Soaking in Biotex removes the stains and dirt, but washing won't.
Just soak in Biotex.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.